Oh, hi everyone, it's BDevine. Welcome to Divine Miracles channel and the Tarot mini forecast this week. And this is for the air signs Aquarius, Gemini and Libra. Now I'm using the Gateway to the Divine or the Divine Legacy Tarot by Caro Marchetti. Hopefully I'm saying the name right. And we'll see what messages are coming through for us for this week. And I'm going to start off with Aquarius. So we've got Aquarius, Gemini, then Libra. So here we go. What's happening for these air signs? Aquarius first. And what have we got? The Chariot. Okay, so a major event in your life happening right now, Aquarius. This is has a couple of meanings, the Chariot card. And the Chariot is always talking about us, going traveling, and that's what it obviously looks like. Maybe people getting new cars and things like that. But I've found it to be like the two horses that are in your mind, or the two different thought patterns that go on in your mind are starting to meld into one. And you're starting to figure out yourself where you need to be, what you want to do, where you feel your focus really is. And it's taken a lot of time for that to take place. You've had to take time out. You've had to keep away from certain people. You've had to drop different things, activities out of your life. And this is showing that this has been a successful thing for you to do. Something for yourself. Some time out for yourself to gather all the knowledge and all the little things that have been going on in your mind and all the thoughts and ideas. And also all the download of information that a lot of us have been having over the last few weeks, and putting it all into some sort of order in your life. And this is saying that because you have done that, that things are starting to become clear. The road ahead is becoming clearer for you. That you've alleviated yourself from a lot of different stresses. And this is also asking you to remember those things. Remember the things, the blockages that were in your way, and move them out of your way if they come up again. You'll know how to tackle these obstacles if they come up again. Again, like I said, sometimes this means traveling, actual traveling overland. I've seen this card come up when someone's going to get a new car, or the cars that they have is going to be fixed, or there's something that was wrong and now it's time to be fixed. So if this card came up upside down, you might say there are problems with a car, for example, but it didn't. It's come up because sometimes I think these cards can be always have sort of a negative side to bring the balance. The only side here with the Chariot that may be a little bit negative in some way is how you've had that different mindset going on, how you've been having these thoughts going on in your mind, and they've been churning over and churning over and churning over. And that's the only negative, but you've broken through this, and as you can see, there's a lot of light here, guiding the way forward. So whatever decision that you've recently made, you need to know that this is the right thing. And if you've pulled away from certain people and places and situations, then that was also the right thing for you as well. And you need to know that things are going great. By the full moon, I think there's a full moon next week. Next Friday, so by then you will be in a better position. You'll see why things have had to be exactly how they are for you and your growth. So a really good message for Aquarius. Just keep on going the way that you're going, because you're on exactly the right path. So Aquarius, so Gemini, here we go. Gemini. That's it. Probably you guys know when I'm going to stop by now. Gemini, you've got the Knight of Cups, which is also another interesting card. Because as we can see here, this is obviously very emotional. All of the cups are to do with emotions. Whenever we see water in card, it has to do with emotions. And for Gemini, there may have been a lot of conflicting emotions coming to the surface. Sometimes, you're really, really happy and laid back. Other times, one little tiny thing can like totally set you off and irritate you. And the other thing is when you feel like someone is rejecting you in some way, perhaps, or not paying you the right amount of attention, or not like it used to be, you start thinking something's wrong with yourself. Like as soon as something goes wrong with anything, you start blaming yourself. And that's the feeling that I'm getting. The Knight of Cups is here to tell you how, you know, honourable and trustworthy and loving and kind that you are. And it's time that you start seeing yourself in that different light, because your self-talk is so important to how you actually feel every day. I mean, if we all went around saying how horrible we are all day, every day, you can easily slip into a depression, you know, because you can't see anything else but that. And that's something that you keep seeing, and then you see other people treating you in a certain way, and it keeps on repeating itself. So when you break out of the cycle and you bring yourself into, you make a decision that every day you're just going to be in a good mood no matter what, and you make that decision and you try not to break it no matter what happens, your self-talk starts to improve and you start to feel better about yourself. And not only that, but you know, more opportunities and different things start to happen for you. You know, people start to naturally clear out of your way, the people that you don't need. The obstacles that you are facing naturally starts to resolve themselves, and you start having hope for the future. This card doesn't generally mean all those things. When you know, you look at a tarot card, it's always talking about some guy coming forward and probably offering you something. That is also true, that could be happening, but my feeling was to talk with you guys about the emotions and also, you know, how you see yourself, because you know, you do not give yourself enough credit, and this is something that really needs to be said. Start giving yourself a little bit more credit. Don't always blame yourself when everything goes wrong, and just keep taking one day at a time, moving forward in the best way that you can, living for your hopes and your dreams, not limiting yourself on what you can achieve, and you know, seeing yourself much bigger than what you really think that you are. And suddenly everything starts to flow. You know, you start to manifest things that you're looking for, not the things that you don't want. And besides that, you start to look better the more you're talking, you know, in a nicer tone about yourself, you know, instead of beating up yourself all the time. Look at all the positives about everything and see that there's going to be a turnaround this week. See yourself in you know, a vision of success. See yourself where you really want to be. Again, without putting a limit on how that can happen, but allowing that imagination process, which you've got so well, to open up and work for you, not working against you. Okay, so good news for people this week, and opportunities coming up for growth and change, and it's time to just live this and move into this, because you know, we're nearly at the end of this year. This is a 1 year, and we need to get things right within ourselves this year, or else there's a whole nother 9-year cycle. So we want to get things right. So, you know, challenging time for Gemini, but you've been through the worst of things. Now it's time to take care of yourself and listen to how you are speaking. Your self-talk is everything. Okay? And for Libra, here we go. That's announcing Libra. Okay. And Libra, you've got the Queen of Cups. So we've got this real emotional balance thing going on for the air signs. Things are really starting to move in a whole new frequency. So those of you who are Libra, you know, you've been through amazing changes in your life this year. So many things that you started, you've had to finish off with. You've had legal battles, you've had things going on with family, you've had you know, upset within yourself. You've been taking on a lot of energy, and you've been learning how to get rid of it, and you've been working on self-healing, and you know, you're building yourself up and trying not to worry, and all these things you've been doing. And the Queen of Cups comes forward to just give you like that pat on the back, to know that you are appreciated for everything that you do, that there's going to be a lot of appreciation shown for you in the coming week, where you really start to see how much people love you and think of you, you know. And although there are going to be those some people that like to stick it to you even when it's like birthday time and things like that, they like to make you feel, you know, quite rough on yourself. There are other people that maybe come out of the blue who maybe you haven't heard from in a long time and really show you their appreciation. Another thing with you is that people tend to think of you how you were a long time ago. People tend to put labels on you and your situation and where you're from, and it's been hard for you to get out of that, you know. But you need to know that the angels and guides are working with you. The universe is working with you to create a whole new you. You know, you're going in a whole new direction, and you know, you've been having, like we've been saying with some of the other cards, a lot of inspiration coming forward, and it's now time to start to implement that. There also could be someone that comes forward this week on a family level or even a business level. Someone who maybe is a family member but owns a business, maybe something like that. Someone who's closer, someone that you know already, to bring a new swing into things, a new outlook on things, bring you into a new direction in your life. And it's going to be worthwhile for you to really trust your instincts and move forward in this decision as well. There's a lot of good luck around you too, so maybe you know, go for some lottery numbers, or maybe there's going to be a win of some kind, just to keep you more optimistic, to keep you thinking, you know, bigger about yourself. You need to just think bigger about your future as well. You know, you've come so far, and there's so much more to go that you have not experienced yet. So hang on tight, because it's going to get really exciting for you. And it's a lovely time for you. So have a awesome week this week. And for all of the air signs, hopefully you will have a brilliant week. There's a lot of things that are clearing out, coming up, getting rid of, releasing, and we're doing that all the time anyway. But I hope that this has been a helpful video for you and the week ahead. And until the next time, it's goodbye for now. Bye.